Welcome back to the Janus Project. Janus here. I'm doing this video out of difference in terms of all my other videos because, it's... I want to be real for a bit. I just recently had dinner with a friend of mine and we talked about some deep and meaningful stuff. I hadn't seen them in quite some time. And, they brought to my attention with some of the things that we were talking about my life. Look, in all honesty, I'm not sure how to really say this, but I'm just not entirely happy with my life. Or I'm not happy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love YouTube, I do all this stuff because I keeps my mind busy and it's really fun and whatnot. But at the same time, I work a job that I'm not sure is my thing. I get a bit of anxiousness here and there in terms of wanting to go to work, and because it's not a job that it's not a job that I'm really happy about. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure a lot of you may be hearing this and going, yeah, but at least you got a job. Yeah, well, if you're not happy, then get out of it. Yes, I understand that. I really do. There's always a lot of factors in terms of making decisions. I know that the choice is mine. I know that everybody has a choice. But I'm using this as a way, okay, let me digress. I understand when people do vlogs, I understand why people do videos because they just want to get things off their chest. They just want to talk about it, whether people listen to it or not, it's up to them. But they always go with that premise that at least somebody is going to listen to it and then probably comment and say, yeah, I understand. Oh yeah, you're being a whingy little bitch. And that's what they just want to hear. They want to get some feedback. It's better than just talking to a wall or talking to yourself and then you can't really give yourself any feedback because you're your own worst critic. So yeah, I'm just not entirely happy with life, and I'm not sure where to go from here. In terms of taking a risk, making massive risks, making different changes. It's kind of why I'm actually doing podcasts with talking to people that I haven't spoken to in a long time and acquaintances, and then of course I'm going to be bringing out a few other things as well in the pipe works in terms of just vamping up this channel, because I know that YouTube is an oversaturation of a lot of people that want to do this. I wanted to do this for the longest time, but I just didn't have the right rig. I still don't have the right rig. I just realized that I'm underpowered. I've had this rig for about 2 years, and I could easily render 2 or 3 videos in a span of, from what I've heard, 3 or 4 videos in a day if I wanted to. If I was really concentrating, and then you just do all the recording and rendering. That's it. But I don't have that powerful rig. Again, it's my choice at the time. So now it's a goal that I'm working at, and I'm just trying to figure out goals on what to chase for, what to fight for. I'm in that sort of strut where I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm approaching an age where a lot of people have got the better of me. Like I mentioned, just going back a few steps, oversaturation of the market. YouTube has got so much competition in terms of people wanting to play games and doing, they want to chase that dream, and they see and get inspired by people who've already got so many views and so much attention, and they want that. They want that feeling. I want that feeling. I want to have Twitch. I want to do all that kind of stuff and stream and play games and have that audience. And I do YouTube for that second reason, mainly just to have fun and kill time. But if I become like that, then that's fine. I don't want to be jaded by the ideology that I want to do this for a living. I have a feeling that I won't be able to do it for a living, but it's a nice side project. You just can't help but feel that some people have got it better than others and they don't understand it. And if they do understand it, then good for them. But some people just have everything, and they're very lucky. When I talk about this, let me segue into something. Here in Australia, I got some pretty good news this morning that the NBN, or the National Broadband Network, is going to be coming into my area later this year. Now, in terms of it being, they talk about hypercoaxial lead or whatever. Let me just have a quick look here. Hypercoaxial, HFC. They call it the hybrid fiber coaxial, which is supposed to run along the lines of, say, like, cable network, and you use your cable, which I have cable internet. All that jargon. Long story short, I'm probably going to finally get maybe faster internet so that I can stream. And that's what I want to do later in the year. I've got some time to wait. They say the estimation is between the quarter four. So quarter four, whenever you hear that, it's usually the last 3 months of the year, between October and December. But they put an asterisk saying that we could be waiting a while. So I'm just like, okay. Oh, sorry, it's an estimated time. Anyway, that's something to be excited for. But here in Australia, I just don't. I think there's opportunities to be begging. I think there is, but I'm just trying to find out what they are. And I don't know how to go about in terms of, like, in terms of advertising and stuff like that, because, I could do the old method ways, which I have. Drop some cards, drop a flyer, pop them on notice boards, all that stuff, which is cool and all. But in terms of the digital age now, we just don't have the proper internet. And a lot of people now have gone onto Twitch to do what they want. And I think now the YouTube era is almost gone. Don't get me wrong, it's booming for a lot of people. But for us little guys who, that are trying to make it big into this world, for those who've already established themselves, it's always an uphill battle. It's always an up the river sort of swim. And that's what I'm just trying to do. Okay. Let me be real again. Maybe I'm rambling on too much about what I want and being selfish. There's a lot of things that I'm not really going to talk about, but that's just me being real now, in terms of what I want and what I want to do for this channel, but at the same time, what I want to expand on in the future. I want to do the main thing is that I want to do something that makes me happy. Because right now I'm not happy. I'm just kind of going through my paces, and I hate that feeling. I don't know how I'm gonna get past it. I don't know if I'm gonna do another video about this, sort of just chronicling my life. Maybe. I just feel better talking about it, and I've just realized now that I talk to you about this, for you who's listening, you're listening to the rantings of somebody who, has got always a lot on their mind. What was that famous comedian, Louis C.K.? I think in one of his episodes, he scolds his kid. His kid's bored, right? And he scolds his kid, talking about your mind is a river of information. It never stops. You can't be bored. There's so much around you. You make that way. I appreciate you listening to me. If you did, you clicked on this video, you listened to it to the very end, so I thank you for that. But I don't know. I shouldn't say don't get too worried if you know me. If you don't know me, this is just kind of the ramblings of a weird kid. But yeah, I'll be back really soon with another video in the next day or so. But yeah, keep track, and I hope that if you do know where I'm coming from, understand what I'm saying, comment down below. Tell me. Give me bad feedback. Give me good feedback. Let your friends know about this channel, because I want to build it up. I want to have that audience. And yeah, I just want to keep doing what I want to do, but at the same time, I want to get some direction now. I want to get some direction where I want to get some results in this particular direction that I'm doing. So yeah, thank you again. This is Janus from the Janus Project saying we'll be back soon with another video, but for now, thank you again for listening. And yeah, bye for now.